Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Elliot with today's bonus Oracle reveal. So earlier today I placed on Instagram a picture of 3 sets of cards underneath an animal. And I asked you to use your intuition and pick whichever animal or whichever set of cards really resonated with you or really was calling to you. So here's our reveal. For the people who picked the wolf, the first card is where it's best to place your energy at this time. And you have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is a card of creativity. He's the creative inner child of the tarot. So it's saying the best place to put your focus at this time is in creative projects and to really do things that are just to play. Sometimes the Page of Cups comes up when we need to loosen up and lighten up. And you can also see he's got his little pet fish there. So it can also even indicate connecting with animals or just being playful. Whenever we see the Page of Cups, he's telling you not to take everything so seriously at this time, but instead to learn to lighten up and also to surround yourself with colors that are meaningful to you. Look around your environment, and if the colors in your environment aren't uplifting or inspiring or making you feel motivated, it might be time to redecorate. The second card you have is advice from your inner wisdom, and that's the Page of Cups' brother, the Knight of Cups. So definitely for the wolf people today, we have a lot of emotions running high, and the Knight of Cups is the messenger of love. Both of these cards can really indicate a time where it's time to open up your heart. It could also be time to develop relationships or to improve your relationships with other people, work on intimacy, or even just communicate your feelings to someone that's important to you at this time. Both of these cards from the Cup suit are saying that you're going to be learning something really important in the near future that concerns your feelings or your emotions. And so it might just indicate that you're getting more clarity at this time. And then the last card is the mythic archetype to embody, to help you. And you got Dionysus. And he's the god of ecstasy and freedom. He's also the god of wine, and he's always depicted usually with a cup in ancient art. And so it's so interesting we have these 3 different cupbearers at this time. It could just indicate that it's time to celebrate, have fun, socialize a little bit more, or just connect with people that are around you. But this is definitely going to be a time where you want to open your heart to others and express yourself in some way. Also, all 3 of these figures are not self-conscious. They're very much themselves. Dionysus would often kind of go against the grain and be really counterculture. And when you get the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups as well, it could just be a time to be very clear about your inner self at this time and reveal it to the world. And so that's the people who picked the wolf cards. And also wolf is associated with teaching. So sometimes the teaching element in this could be that you're teaching others to open up more or express their hearts more freely. So that's for the people who picked wolf. Now on to the people who picked the eagle. So the first card for the eagle people is where it's best to place your focus at this time. And you got the 9 of Cups, more cups today. The 9 of Cups is a card of wishes fulfilled. You can see this table is set with these 9 golden cups. And when this card comes up, it's basically saying that the table is set for you to be successful. You've done all the prep work, you've set everything up, and now it's time to take your place at that table. So for the eagle people, this could be a time where it's important to be bold and also to just take a chance on whatever it is that you were wishing for. And also the 9 of Cups can sometimes have to do with indulgence, so it can indicate a time to allow yourself to feel pleasure in some way, or just to let go of some of the seriousness right now. This is a very sensuous card, and so this could just be a period where it's time to open your heart and also connect with other people. And also just take a few risks, take some chances, and really feel free. The next card we have is advice from your inner wisdom for the people who picked eagle. And here we got the 6 of Pentacles. And the 6 of Pentacles is a card of generosity. So sometimes this advice could indicate that it's important to give to others, but this is also a card of receiving. And sometimes this card says that help or aid is trying to be offered to you, and it's important that you're open to accepting that at this time. The 6 of Pentacles shows the rich merchant giving the coins to the poor and then holding those scales in his other hand, which is a symbol for karma. And so it could indicate that this is a time where your own good karma boat is coming in. So if you've been doing good things for other people, this could just be a time when you're feeling blessed or other people are coming in and unexpectedly giving you things or helping you in some way. It's so important that you're not blocking the energy of receiving at this time. And in fact, both of these cards really have this theme of accepting and receiving good things that are being offered to you at this time, both with the Nine of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. So this is definitely a time to open up your heart. And then the next card you have is a mythic archetype to embody going forward. And what we have is Hecate, and she is the goddess of the dark of the moon. She's the goddess of magic and mystery, and she's always the goddess who's found at the crossroads. So this could indicate that at this time, you're about to hit a crossroads. And the crossroads is going to have to do with accepting good things being offered to you, and also just taking your place at the table. So Hecate could be guiding you at this time, especially when I see her next to the wish fulfillment card of the of the Nine of Cups. This could be a marvelous time to do some sort of manifestation magic, or to change your focus, or to do some sort of prayer work. Oftentimes in the ancient world, people would leave little offerings to Hecate wherever the paths split off. So if you take a walk in the woods and you come to some paths that start to split or fork in the road, leave a little thing for Hecate there and ask her help to manifest whatever you're wishing for at this time. And also we have the eagle symbol, which is a symbol for spirit. So this could just be something that is going to be really important going into this next week, that you're really resonating with or hearing your higher self or your spirit. Or also just getting perspective by circling over your life from a larger vantage point, looking down at it, and just seeing which pathway to pick. And then finally, the people who picked the Lynx cards. Lynx is the cat of mystery, and so this is a very intuitive totem or archetype, and so this could just be a time to develop your psychic abilities or your intuitive abilities. But your first card is where to place your focus at this time. And here we have someone who is focused actually on losses instead of gains. So in the case of the Five of Cups, this card is saying it's important to place your focus on your gains at this time. The man on this card is looking at the spilled cups, and he's not looking at the two cups that are standing behind him. And if he were to turn around and look at those two standing cups, he'd also see that bridge behind him, which is crossing those troubled waters. So this is telling you not to get frustrated or look at the negative or look at what's not working, but instead to focus on what is working and build on that. The next card for you is advice from your inner wisdom for the Lynx people. And here we have another river crossing symbol of the Six of Swords. So this is a time of movement, and it's also a time where you may have to get out of your head and get out of the focus on problems, and instead look towards the solutions, and also look to where the energy is flowing at this time and cooperate with that. Whenever we see the Six of Swords, it's saying to let go, go with the flow, follow where the currents of your life are leading you at this time. And don't dwell on the past anymore. Don't dwell on what's happened before. It's time to be in the here and now and to prepare yourself for the adventure of the future. And also, the advice from your inner wisdom could be to get away for a little while. Sometimes the Six of Swords comes up to represent a move or travel. So this could be an important time to take a step back and get perspective on your problems or situations that you've been ruminating on, from getting a little bit of distance as well. And then the mythic archetype for the Lynx people to embody is Helios. And Helios is the god of the sun. And so he represents illumination and brightening up your perspective. And he's also that archetype of perspective. In all the Greek myths, it's always Helios who is able to see things from far away. He sees everything that happens down on earth. And whenever the gods were in a mystery of, what happened here at such and such a time, they always went to Helios, the sun, and asked him, what did you see? Did you see anything? And he'd always report to them. So this could also be just a time to pay attention and to look at the big picture. And more importantly, to brighten up your perspective at this time. Losses may have happened in the past, but now it's time to brighten up your perspective and illuminate yourself with what the currents of life are leading you towards. So I hope you enjoyed today's bonus reading, and if you did, I invite you to go to elliotoracle.com and to book a one-on-one reading with me. These little mini readings are wonderful, but a one-on-one session with me far exceeds what we do in these little mini readings, so I really want you to check that out. And I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will catch you next time. Take care.